Every client's journey to self-sufficiency is different, and the tools necessary for success can often vary. Whether it's emotional support, financial assistance, or simply the opportunity for growth, a person's motivation to succeed is often based on their life experiences. For Kim Sorley, success came with a newfound sense of maturity. A maturity that she acknowledged she didn't possess initially. A maturity Kim was forced to learn at a young age, as she had felt the hardships of homelessness her entire life.
Being a kid in a homeless family was hard. I worked hard to make sure that my friends and family didn't know that we were homeless because it was so embarrassing to me. We were constantly moving around from hotel to hotel, from friends' houses to families' houses, and I don't remember ever being in one apartment or home for longer than a year. Everything that we ever had was always still in the back of the truck. My parents did the best that they could, although a lot of the hardships that we had were because of them. They did the best that they could, and they've always been there and are still there for me to this day, no matter what happens.
Kim had no real sense of security growing up and constantly felt like her life was a cycle of always having to start over.
It's sad looking back on my childhood because I started doing drugs when I was only 13 years old. And I remember feeling as though the only ones that really ever mattered to me were the few friends that I had, and my best friend was my drug dealer.
In 2008, Kim's aunt, a former Family Tree client, referred her to Family Tree House of Hope, the only shelter for homeless families in Arapahoe County.
My first impression of House of Hope, well, I didn't like it. I had too many rules, and I didn't think that that was where I needed to have me and my kids at. I didn't like the rules. I didn't like that I had to be out by a certain time and home by a certain time. And I thought that it was a little ridiculous that I had to have my lights off by 10 o'clock when I'm an adult.
Kim struggled the first time she was at House of Hope. She didn't follow the rules very well, and she didn't seem extremely motivated. Fortunately, a year later, she was accepted back into House of Hope, and she was a completely changed woman.
After I returned in 2009, I realized that it was much easier to just follow the rules and do what I was supposed to do in order to obtain my self-sufficiency. I was also able to stay off of drugs while I was in the House of Hope, which it made it much easier because there were so many people around me to support me, and I wasn't the only one trying to stay clean.
Kim's newfound maturity had transformed her, and she was committed to making every effort to provide a better life for her two children, Zachariah, age 2, and Jesse, age 3.
My kids are my motivation. I want them to learn that things in life aren't just handed to you, that you have to work hard for the things that you want, and you have to earn the respect that you deserve. And I don't want my kids to grow up the way I did. I want my kids to grow up knowing that no matter what, I will always be here.
In just 2 years, Kim's life had become one her children can be proud of. Although Kim's parents are still homeless, Kim has acquired her own apartment in Lakewood through Family Tree's Housing and Family Services YTP program, which is Youth Transitions Project.
Kim's goals for the next year include getting a driver's license and possibly purchasing a new car. She also hopes to obtain permanent housing through the Denver Housing Authority.
We at Family Tree House of Hope salute Kim for her dedication and hard work to making a better life for her family and children.
On behalf of Zachariah, Jesse, and myself, thank you, Family Tree.